He wants you or nothing plus, crazy in love with you, and shows it 24/7, gutlessly intense. There comes a moment when everything changes, not because you force someone to love you, chase their attention, or convince them of your worth, but because you finally realize that you are already worthy of deep, devoted, and authentic love. In that moment, your energy shifts. You stop operating from fear and begin living from certainty. You no longer wonder if you're enough because you know your value is undeniable. And when you embody that confidence, you naturally attract relationships rooted in respect, affection, and commitment. Imagine waking up each day feeling completely secure, knowing that the person who loves you chooses you wholeheartedly. There is no confusion, no mixed signals, no emotional games, only consistency, warmth, and genuine care. Their words match their actions. Their presence brings peace instead of uncertainty. They make time for you, celebrate your happiness, support your dreams, and remind you through everyday actions that you matter deeply. This isn't about controlling another person's heart. It's about becoming the version of yourself who expects healthy, reciprocal love and therefore recognizes it when it arrives. As you continue listening, allow yourself to release old doubts, painful memories, and limiting beliefs that have whispered you were anything less than extraordinary. Replace those thoughts with a new inner story. You are loved, respected, appreciated, and chosen by people who genuinely value you. Let this message strengthen your confidence, expand your hope, and help you focus on the kind of relationship where love is freely given, joyfully expressed, and consistently shown. The more you embrace your own worth, the more naturally you welcome a relationship where both hearts choose each other every single day. This is your invitation to step into that reality with confidence, gratitude, and an open heart. Everything begins with the story you consistently tell yourself about who you are and what you deserve. The moment you stop identifying with rejection, uncertainty, or fear, and instead choose to see yourself as deeply loved, valued, and unforgettable, your entire experience of love begins to change. Your inner world becomes the foundation for every relationship you build. When you genuinely believe that you are worthy of commitment, respect, affection, and consistency, you naturally carry yourself differently. You become calmer, more confident, and more emotionally secure. Instead of constantly wondering whether someone will choose you, you begin living from the assumption that healthy reciprocal love is available to you because you deserve nothing less. That inner certainty changes how you communicate, how you set boundaries, and how you respond to challenges. Rather than chasing reassurance, you become someone who appreciates clear communication and mutual effort. You no longer measure your value by how quickly someone replies to a message or how often they validate you, because your sense of worth already comes from within. Ironically, this inner security often creates the space where genuine connection can flourish. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate confidence, peace, kindness, and authenticity. When someone truly cares for you, those feelings become easier to express because the relationship is no longer weighed down by fear or constant doubt. Instead, both people are free to show affection, appreciation, and commitment openly. Imagine waking each morning already expecting good things, already believing that you are worthy of love that is honest and dependable. That expectation doesn't make you entitled. It helps you recognize healthy relationships instead of settling for inconsistent ones. As your confidence grows, you stop giving your energy to situations that leave you questioning your value and begin investing it in connections built on trust, mutual respect, and genuine care. Every loving action you receive becomes a reflection of the standard you have established for yourself. You celebrate small moments of affection, thoughtful conversations, shared laughter, meaningful support, and consistent presence, because you understand that lasting love is expressed through everyday choices. At the same time, you continue nurturing your own happiness, dreams, friendships, and personal growth, recognizing that a fulfilling relationship is created by two complete individuals who choose each other freely. This mindset frees you from emotional scarcity and opens your heart to abundance. Instead of fearing loss, you appreciate the present. Instead of assuming rejection, you remain open to possibility. Instead of chasing validation, you cultivate self-respect. That transformation becomes visible in your words, your body language, your decisions, and your overall energy. The strongest relationships are built when two people meet from a place of confidence rather than insecurity, generosity rather than fear, and commitment rather than uncertainty. As you continue embracing the belief that you are worthy of devoted, healthy love, you naturally become more receptive to partners who are emotionally available, honest, and eager to invest in the relationship. In time, the love you receive reflects the love, respect, and compassion you have first chosen to give yourself. That is where lasting devotion begins, not with pressure or control, but with an unwavering belief that you are deserving of a relationship where affection is freely expressed, commitment is consistent, and both hearts continually choose one another with sincerity, joy, and purpose. When you fully embrace your own worth, you stop seeing love as something uncertain or out of reach and begin experiencing it as something that naturally unfolds through mutual choice and commitment. You no longer feel the need to compare yourself with anyone else because you recognize that your uniqueness cannot be duplicated. Every quality that makes you who you are, your kindness, your strength, your compassion, your dreams, your sense of humor, and your authentic spirit, creates a connection that no one else can replicate. As you carry this quiet confidence, you become more present, more peaceful, and more open to a relationship built on honesty and consistency rather than fear and insecurity. In a healthy relationship, love is not about winning a competition or proving your value every day. It is about two people continually choosing each other because they appreciate the life they are building together. Genuine affection grows stronger through trust, shared experiences, thoughtful communication, and the willingness to show up for one another through both joyful moments and difficult seasons. When someone truly values you, their actions begin to reflect that appreciation. They make time for meaningful conversations, remember the little details that matter to you, celebrate your victories, encourage your ambitions, and stand beside you during challenges. Their consistency becomes a source of comfort rather than confusion, and their care is demonstrated not only through words, but through reliable actions that build trust over time. As you expect this kind of healthy devotion, you naturally become less willing to settle for relationships filled with mixed signals or emotional uncertainty. You recognize that lasting love is expressed through mutual respect, patience, understanding, and shared commitment. Every day becomes another opportunity to strengthen the emotional bond through kindness, gratitude, forgiveness, and genuine presence. You appreciate the importance of listening with empathy, speaking honestly, and creating an environment where both people feel safe to be themselves. Instead of focusing on fears about the future, you invest your energy in nurturing the connection that exists in the present. You understand that trust is built through countless small moments of reliability and care. As your confidence deepens, you stop chasing approval and begin attracting relationships where affection flows naturally because both people are equally invested. You also remember that your happiness does not depend entirely on another person's attention. You continue growing as an individual, pursuing your passions, strengthening your character, and maintaining the friendships, interests, and values that make your life meaningful. This independence enriches the relationship because it allows love to be a joyful addition to your life rather than the sole source of your identity. The more you value yourself, the more clearly you recognize partners who value you as well. You welcome relationships where appreciation is expressed openly, communication remains respectful, and commitment is strengthened by everyday acts of kindness. You become someone who expects loyalty, honesty, and emotional availability because those qualities align with the standard you have established for yourself. Rather than seeking perfection, you embrace genuine partnership, one where both individuals continue learning, growing, and choosing each other with sincerity. In space, love becomes steady instead of uncertain, supportive instead of draining, and deeply fulfilling because it is rooted in mutual respect, shared purpose, and the ongoing decision to build a meaningful future together, one thoughtful choice at a time. One of the clearest signs of genuine love is that it is reflected through consistent, caring actions rather than words alone. When a person truly values you, their affection naturally becomes visible in the way they treat you every day. They make an effort to communicate honestly, they listen when you speak, they remember the details that matter to you, and they show through their choices that your happiness and well-being are important to them. Healthy love does not need constant guessing or endless interpretation because respect, reliability, and kindness create a strong sense of emotional security. Instead of leaving you confused, genuine affection brings clarity. Instead of creating anxiety, it builds trust. Instead of making you question your worth, it reminds you that you deserve to be appreciated exactly as you are. As you continue strengthening your own self-confidence, you become more able to recognize these qualities and welcome relationships that are based on mutual care rather than uncertainty. You begin to appreciate the quiet expressions of love that often have the greatest impact: thoughtful conversations, supportive words during difficult moments, shared laughter after a long day, remembering important occasions, checking in simply because someone cares, and making time to be present even in the middle of a busy schedule. These consistent acts of consideration create a foundation that grows stronger over time. Love becomes something that is demonstrated through patience, understanding, encouragement, and dependable presence rather than dramatic promises alone. At the same time, you understand that every healthy relationship requires effort from both people. You contribute by communicating openly, expressing gratitude, respecting boundaries, and supporting your partner's dreams just as they support yours. This mutual investment creates a partnership where both individuals feel seen, heard, and valued. When challenges arise, they become opportunities for greater understanding rather than reasons to withdraw. Honest conversations replace assumptions, compassion replaces criticism, and teamwork replaces conflict. Through this process, emotional intimacy continues to deepen because both people are committed to growing together instead of apart. As you expect this level of mutual respect and consistency, you naturally let go of relationships that rely on mixed signals, emotional games, or constant uncertainty. You realize that lasting love is not measured by grand gestures alone, but by the countless everyday moments that communicate, "I care about you, I respect you, and I choose to invest in this relationship." Those moments accumulate into lasting trust and meaningful connection. You also continue nurturing your own life, recognizing that personal growth, emotional balance, and self-respect make you an even stronger partner. The healthier your relationship with yourself becomes, the more naturally you attract people who appreciate those same qualities. You celebrate relationships where affection is expressed freely, communication remains honest, and commitment is shown through dependable actions. Rather than searching for perfection, you embrace authenticity, knowing that two imperfect people can build an extraordinary relationship when they consistently choose kindness, patience, accountability, and love. Every day becomes another opportunity to strengthen the bond through sincere appreciation, thoughtful communication, shared experiences, and unwavering respect. In that environment, love no longer feels uncertain or conditional. It becomes a source of stability, encouragement, joy, and hope, reminding both partners that genuine devotion is not only spoken, it is demonstrated through everyday choices that continually strengthen the relationship and inspire both people to become the very best versions of themselves together. Love that is nurtured with intention does not remain the same. It matures, deepens, and becomes stronger through shared experiences and mutual commitment. Every new day presents another opportunity for two people to grow closer by choosing kindness, understanding, and honest communication. A lasting relationship is not built in a single grand moment, but through countless everyday decisions to listen with empathy, support one another through challenges, celebrate successes together, and remain present even during ordinary moments. As trust grows, emotional connection naturally becomes deeper. You begin to understand each other's hopes, dreams, strengths, and vulnerabilities with greater compassion, creating a bond that feels safe, secure, and fulfilling. Instead of fearing change, you welcome it because you know that every scene of life I receive offers new opportunities to strengthen your partnership. Moments of joy become richer when shared, and moments of difficulty become more manageable when faced together with patience and encouragement. Genuine love is not about avoiding challenges altogether. It is about approaching them as a team with respect and a willingness to understand one another's perspectives. This mindset transforms obstacles into opportunities for greater closeness rather than reasons to drift apart. As you continue believing that you deserve healthy, reciprocal love, you naturally become more attentive to the qualities that sustain lasting relationships. You value honesty over assumptions, consistency over unpredictability, and meaningful actions over empty promises. You recognize that true affection is revealed through dependable behavior, thoughtful communication, and a sincere desire to contribute to each other's happiness and well-being. Every caring gesture, whether it is a kind word, a supportive conversation, a shared laugh, or simply making time for one another, adds another layer of trust to the relationship. These small moments may seem ordinary, but together they create an extraordinary foundation that can withstand life's inevitable ups and downs. At the same time, you continue investing in your own growth, understanding that a healthy partnership is strengthened when both individuals pursue their personal development alongside their shared goals. You encourage one another's ambitions, respect each other's individuality, and celebrate progress without comparison or competition. This balance allows love to remain vibrant because each person feels appreciated for who they truly are while continuing to evolve. Gratitude also becomes a powerful force within the relationship. Instead of taking each other for granted, you intentionally acknowledge the efforts, kindness, and support that are exchanged every day. Gratitude shifts attention from what is lacking to what is flourishing, allowing appreciation to replace unnecessary doubt. As your confidence and emotional security continue to expand, you become less focused on fear and more focused on building meaningful memories together. You choose forgiveness over resentment, understanding over judgment, and hope over discouragement whenever disagreements arise. Through this approach, the relationship becomes a place of encouragement, stability, and mutual inspiration. You recognize that enduring love is not sustained by constant excitement alone, but by shared values, unwavering respect, open communication, and the daily decision to care for one another with sincerity. Every sunrise becomes another invitation to deepen trust, strengthen emotional intimacy, and create a future rooted in partnership and compassion. As this foundation continues to grow, both people experience the quiet confidence that comes from knowing they are valued, respected, and freely chosen. That is how love becomes stronger with each passing day, not through pressure or perfection, but through consistent acts of kindness, loyalty, patience, and a mutual commitment to continue growing together with open hearts and genuine devotion. The greatest transformation in any love story begins the moment you fully recognize your own value and allow that confidence to guide every thought, decision, and action. When you genuinely believe that you deserve a relationship built on honesty, respect, kindness, and mutual commitment, you naturally stop settling for uncertainty and start welcoming connections that reflect those standards. You no longer feel the need to chase affection or seek constant reassurance because your sense of worth is firmly rooted within you. That inner confidence changes the way you communicate, the boundaries you establish, and the relationships you choose to nurture. You become more patient, more peaceful, and more emotionally available because you are no longer acting from fear of losing love. Instead, you approach relationships with openness, authenticity, and the quiet assurance that healthy love is based on mutual choice rather than pressure. As you continue cultivating self-respect, you naturally become more aware of partners who demonstrate genuine care through consistent actions. You appreciate people who communicate honestly, listen attentively, respect your individuality, and invest time and effort into building a meaningful future together. Their affection is not limited to special occasions, but is reflected in everyday moments of encouragement, thoughtful conversation, shared laughter, and dependable support. You also understand that receiving lasting love requires giving those same qualities in return. Healthy relationships flourish when both individuals practice empathy, gratitude, patience, and accountability. Every act of kindness, every sincere apology, every encouraging word, and every shared success strengthens the emotional foundation that keeps the relationship growing through every season of life. Instead of focusing on perfection, you embrace progress, recognizing that two people can continue learning and improving together while maintaining respect and compassion. You allow trust to develop gradually through honesty and consistency rather than unrealistic expectations. This creates an atmosphere where both partners feel emotionally safe, appreciated, and accepted for who they truly are. At the same time, you continue investing in your own personal growth, understanding that your happiness is enriched, not defined by your relationship. You pursue your goals, nurture your interests, maintain meaningful friendships, and continue becoming the best version of yourself. This independence strengthens the partnership because it allows love to exist as a joyful choice instead of a source of pressure or dependency. As your confidence continues to grow, you become more grateful for the love that already exists in your life while remaining open to even greater possibilities ahead. You notice the beauty in simple moments, celebrate each other's achievements, support one another during challenges, and continue creating memories that deepen your connection over time. Every day becomes another opportunity to choose kindness, understanding, forgiveness, and appreciation. Those daily choices become the true expression of lasting devotion. They remind both partners that genuine love is sustained not by dramatic declarations alone, but by consistent care, honest communication, and mutual respect. As you move forward with confidence, you carry the belief that you are worthy of a relationship where love is freely expressed, commitment is willingly given, and both people continue choosing each other through every stage of life. That belief empowers you to recognize authentic love when it appears and to nurture it with wisdom, patience, and gratitude. In the end, the strongest relationships are built by two people who value themselves, respect one another, and willingly create a partnership where affection, trust, encouragement, and unwavering support become part of everyday life, allowing love to grow stronger with every passing day.